Hey guys, extended version of this tutorial. It's an hour in length. It's available right now for all the Tomb 45 Academy members at tomb45academy.com. If you want the extended version, go check it out over there. All right, guys, we got Andy here. We're about to give him a fresh cut. Andy, what you getting done, bro?
Probably gonna do like a high taper, kind of.
A high taper?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's gonna just keep the top, cut it a little bit, and then line up the beard and stuff. But
Okay, so the top you want cut a little bit. You don't want too much length taken off, right?
yeah, gonna have to fix it a little bit. 'Cause I did so good. You probably tell already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a little bit of undercut going on here. All right, so you want me to blend it in?
Yeah.
I can go lower on the sides a little bit, but keep it dark. Yeah. I want to get some of this hair off. Are you trying to grow it out, or you? No. Okay. All right, so we're good. You said what kind of taper? High taper, mid taper?
High taper. Yeah. I can show you.
Yeah, you got pictures? Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, got to see the high taper. You don't want much off. Gucci, I got you. Let's do it. This is what we're running with today. This is the setup. I'll probably use all of these, to be honest, plus the beam team. We're about to get some work in.
They not counting that, bro. It's easy. It's like easy.
All right, guys, so we're doing block graduation just because it was disconnected here. It doesn't need to be perfect. We're going to clean it up a little bit afterwards anyways, especially with clipper work. But it just needs to be enough to where, you know, it's out the way, right? Like, look at this length right here. I need to come in, pick this up, connect that. Do the same thing here. No. Caught that. Caught that. You guys can see already it's blended much better. It doesn't want much off the top, but we're gonna go ahead and trim it, make sure it's even. Do you do texture or you just kind of lay it flat?
Texture.
So I put my hand right here, guys, because the hair is wet. So just to kind of make it more comfortable so water ain't dripping crazy on his face. And I'm gonna use the fringe to kind of help the length here. So he's okay with some texture. We're not gonna cut it perfect line. So the length on the very top, we can keep most of because we use the fringe to be our length. We're gonna go all the way through on our crown. So now we have a strip here where we can connect the sides. And boom, boom. Go ahead and take that off. I'm taking a section, I'm keeping my finger here, and I'm just combing up the hair against that finger. That is protecting that section in between. I can see the hair that I cut previous to it. I can just focus on this, cutting that length. Very simple way of cutting. You guys can see here and here. Alright guys, so the top is done, texture is done. Once it's dry, you'll see that it doesn't look like there's a lot of length that's been taken off, but it's layered nicely, it's gonna have nice texture, and it's gonna fall nicely on the sides here. We will go ahead and blow dry it. And nothing crazy, we're just gonna blast through it. It's a little damp right now, so while it's damp, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of clay in it, some like tonic or some sea salt spray. We'll let it air dry for the most part and do clipper work. I'm gonna use a number 4 because the number 4 is still really dark, almost finger length, okay? Just to clean up around the ears here, just to get it off the ears. All the way up to around like the hairline area, kind of coming up, right? Especially since he wants a high taper, I want to know that I'm fading up into a specific number. We want it to look like it tailors his head shape, right? And then we can do some clip over comb afterwards in this area just to get it to kind of connect. But ultimately, you should be looking at your guard as clip over comb as well. So it's just a comb that's attached, that's fixed to your blade. You could kind of do the same thing, and you're grabbing the hair with the guard and almost freehanding it.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like they treat us nah, bro. You good? I just want to see. I didn't say you, man. Set my mind, but I was reading something that I was like.
A lot of people will ask why I didn't just go straight to clip over comb, because the top is very important. We want to do block graduation first and give us at least an idea of what we were working with, and that was used, and it was part of the inspiration of the length on the top and the texture on the top. Okay, now we have an amazing foundation. Now we can start doing the detailing stuff like the gradients and the hard lines and stuff. For a lot of people, this is a haircut. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start the stuff y'all like, the fading. All right, guys, remember he wanted a high taper, no sideburns. Now this is my first time cutting his hair, so this first side of the taper might take a little bit longer than I'd like it to because I'm learning his hair, getting more confident about it. Go ahead and put the shaver on here. I stretch this out so I can get tighter in there, but I also can be a little bit more detailed. And we're gonna go through this pretty quickly so that we can spend more time detailing. So blade open, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this section out. So I'm gonna go clipper all the way closed, going up about a third of the way up with the clipper closed. Open it up a lever, open it up a bit more, and now I'm back to all the way open. One guard open. Now one guard closed, because we're going to go ahead and start fading out this section. Okay, and then underneath that we'll use the half guard. Here's my half guard. And you can go close or you can go open, it's up to you. Whatever you feel more comfortable with, we can go close in this area. Remember, to me this is the rough draft anyways, it doesn't need to be perfect. And it's not going to be perfect no matter how much time you spend here. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is my 2 guard all the way open. And this is where it starts to get a little darker. A little behind the ear, just a tad bit, right in here. Okay, now I'm all the way closed. Right underneath that, we're gonna go our 1.5 guard. This is my babyless one, and so I'm all the way open. Okay, now I'm all the way closed. Okay, I'm gonna do about a 3 guard here, because remember we left off with a 4, so we can start off open. I'm gonna switch to my comb, because the hair's getting longer, so the comb gives me a little bit more control. And we don't want to go too high in here. We don't want to create another line, but we want to create that transition from the 2 guard open, that number 4. We gotta kind of make that connection with this number 3 guard. Okay, and I'm gonna close it right in here. But I definitely need to go back to my 1 guard just in this area to clean it up a little bit. So I'm 1 guard open and 1 guard closed, just right in that area. And this is nowhere near done, I don't think. I think it could look a lot better, but it's a good rough draft. I learned how his hair kind of reacts a bit, right? And we can come back and clean that up and make it look really, really nice.
Need a new booking app? I'm getting ready to launch one. It's called Pi Booking, and before we get ready to launch it, we want to give you, the barber, an opportunity to own a piece of the pie. So instead of going to venture capitalists and big private money, we decided to come to you, the barbers in the industry. So we set up a website, investinpibooking.com, where you can learn all about it and you can have an opportunity to own a piece of it. Link will be in the description. Go check it out, man.
We're gonna go ahead and do this back taper now. Same thing, try to get through this fairly quickly. Blade open, clipper closed now. Going about a quarter of the way up or a third of the way up. Now, quarter of the way open. I'm 1 notch open now, okay? Now I opened it up some more. Now I'm all the way open. Okay, now I'm 1 guard closed, right underneath where I just left off, okay? Now we got this little bit of a line here. We're gonna take that out with my half guard. I'm gonna open it up just 1 notch. Start at the bottom here. And notice I'm pulling at the scalp here because I need more space to work with. I can't really see how much space I have here because of the texture of his hair. It kind of overlaps and creates a shadow. By doing this, I can get rid of that shadow. I got it a quarter of the way open. Open it up some more. Open it up all the way. And now I'm all the way closed, just working in this area, trying to get that to blend in nicer. Okay, number 2 guard open. We know that our finishing point is number 4. So 2 guard open. Above this, we know a number 3 is gonna finish the blend into this area. But for now, we're just gonna worry about this section here. Now I got 2 guard closed. I'm gonna try to tie everything in together with a 1.5 guard. Our finishing point is a number 4 guard. We established that in the beginning of the haircut. Okay, so I got my 3 guard open. 3 guard is open, 3 guard is now closed, and I'm cutting right beneath where I just left off. So now I can focus on that 1.5 guard. So 1.5 guard. So I started open, and it should just be kind of debulking, just kind of lightening it up a little bit. Okay, now it's closed. It should lighten it up just a bit more. And honestly, I'll probably have to go back to that 1 guard open, but it's doing pretty good right now. Lightening it up, and then we'll move on from this back taper. You don't want to spend too much time. That's how you fall behind. You got to manage your time. I got appointments after this, so we want to give the best possible haircut, but we got to be efficient. Go to the sides. So blade open. We're going to clipper closed. Clipper a little bit open. Open it up a little bit more. Now we're back to all the way open, and we're just kind of reestablishing this line, this guideline here. Right underneath that, we're going to clipper all the way closed. I'm about a quarter of the way open, and I'm using the corners here to go ahead and blend out that line. Now it's all the way open. any line that I might have created with that guard quarter of the way open and try to erase. I'm back to my one guard, just reestablishing that guideline. Okay, now next step is, remember, number 4 is what we left off with. 2 guard all the way closed now, 1.5 guard, start open, working right beneath the ears, using the corners. All we're looking to do is just soften it up. Now I'm clipper all the way closed. Again, working right where we just left off, just to try to lighten that area up. This blend with attention to detail could get a lot better. We're gonna get there, promise. So 3 open. Remember, because we are trying to finalize this blend into that 4. Now 3 guard underneath that. The front, do you line it up like a hard line? Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and start lining him up. Even though the haircut's nowhere near done, I'm gonna line up less weight first and then stack that line on each other. So I'm gonna put some hairspray on it. It's probably about right there. To give him a vertical bar.
One day he ended up on top of my face.
That shaped up, I had your whole hairline sitting different. Man, I'll tell you guys, man, I was saying,
Only a little bit of hair is overlapping. That's leaving the hair clip. See that, guys? And we'll hairspray that now. If you haven't tried this, try it out. You can see right through it, you can see the hairline. And that's much easier to line up and control than just trying to do a whole bunch of bulk of hair. Boom. So now we can comb all the hair down. All right, so now there's more overlapping hair. We'll catch all this. So I like to start down here. There's like no follicles here to line up. We're gonna go to like the lowest point where he'll catch a hard line, okay, which is about right there. Then we'll go to the connection of the ear, clean that up, keep it natural looking. You don't want to give him a helmet head. So now we have a starting point, we have a finishing point. You're saying you're trying to become a barber? Are you cutting hair now?
Yeah, I got a couple friends that I do.
At the crib?
Huh?
At the crib or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long you been cutting?
Not that long, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a couple months only.
Oh yeah. So you fresh.
Yeah.
What got you into it?
Like I said, my brother.
Your brother's cutting in the military.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so I like to go up into the fringe area so that it bleeds in to the bulk here. So I go all the way up.
Yeah.
This side of the taper could look a whole lot better, and we'll get it there, I promise. You want to make sure you're pulling your card away, because even though it looks like there's no color going on, there probably is. And when you remove the clutch card, you'll really be able to see how dark that color got. We're gonna go with a number 3 in here, see how much it cuts, just to try to start lightening this specific area up. And we're getting there. As we fade down, it'll get lighter and lighter. While I'm here, I might as well follow through. This is open, 2 guard all the way open, right beneath where we just left off. You can see now it's starting to lighten up a bit. Following it all the way through here. We're gonna get this taper HD on blade all the way open. Because this area is so dark and like spotty, I'm gonna go clipper close now to attempt to get them little dark areas out. So I'm looking for these little dark areas and just plucking them out. Gotta be careful not to create another line. Okay, I'm gonna open it up just a little bit because in here there's some dark areas. And if this doesn't do the job, then I can close it up some. I want to try to get that as tight as possible.
sometimes, bro, you just feel like when they see it, you know.
Okay, now we'll spend some time here because it's a little bit dark. Let me use no guard.
Will make you run.
Just in case you go down.
Overeating. No, that's around, man.
I was talking to Daddy. Daddy told him, yeah, I'll give my son this one.
Oh, you can add your rambling insurance here?
Yeah. Well, that's his 13?
No, what's up?
Yeah, he got what, 100, 150 in it? I seen.
Can't be out.
More of a role model type though.
Still good.
It said 2 out of 3.